tell you the whole thing or whatever, but it's really just, it's sort of like, it's very abstract.
Okay.
But it's like taking the wounds of a person, and putting them on the out, like the inner wounds, like scars on the heart, whatever, just things that you've dealt with in your life, and putting them on the outside, and kind of revealing them and not being afraid to just move on with those. So yeah, it'll be pretty cool. It's a lot different from Pressure, and we're excited.
I think it really did a lot for our band. Like, we changed a lot when we went over there.
How did you change?
I think, like, we just realized, well, first of all, you learn a lot about your own country, just from going and learning about other cultures and being a part of another culture. But, like, as far as fashion and style, that was huge for us because there were so many things we got into that, like, they just don't have over here.
When we were on tour one time, we showed up at a hotel, and they gave us our keys and everything, and it's probably the most run-down hotel I've ever seen in my entire life. So we show up, and we're trying to get in the door, and it won't open, and we're like trying to get it open, and all of a sudden this huge dude comes out, who's like he opens it, and he's like, "What do you want?" And we're like, "Ah!" We get all scared, and we like run away, and then he was like at the front desk or something, and he almost got jumped, and it was crazy, man. But we're lucky to be alive.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah. What has been the best or worst way a fan has tried to get your attention before, during, or after a show?
It's always not fun when, like, guys kind of come out of nowhere and just kind of, like, grab you around the waist.
That sucks for me.
I hate when guys come out and grab you.
Well, a lot of girls grab your butt.
Yeah, dude, I forgot about that. Like, we'll just be hanging out at a venue, or even on Warped Tour. Like, I was riding a skateboard down to the stage, and all of a sudden this girl, like, flings up her hand, like, smack, right on my butt. And I was like, what the crap was that?
It was actually me.
I mean, there are better ways to get my attention, but if you really insist on doing that, don't.
Do you still play when you're sick, Ariel?
No, you don't. As for Haley, no. But the guys, if we're sick, we normally play.
You know what? I'm sick now.
Yeah,
We're
right.
still playing.
You are not sick.
Hey, this one time Haley had this little cough when we canceled the whole tour over.
That was not a little cough. That was a freaking
She sounded like
flu in my lungs.
We have to stop playing.
Oh my gosh.
What are 3 things you make sure to pack when you go out on a long tour like Warped Tour?
Socks.
Yeah, lots of undies.
Nah, you wear those again too.
Yeah.
Candy.
Food, yeah.
Baby wipes.
Baby wipes, because you wash yourself
Shower.
off.
You don't have to wait in line.
Febreze.
Yes, Febreze.
Makeup remover.
The one thing you pack, the computer, because we're always on a computer.
We're always on a computer.
So wait, computer, candy,
That's
and
like
Febreze.
That's 5 things.
Febreze.
Those 3. Computer,
3 things.
candy, and Febreze.
Yeah, that's good.
I want to talk about the name of your music publishing. But Father, I Just Want to Sing
Yes.
music. Are you guys big Monty Python fans?
Yeah, I guess. It was sort of I don't know. I had been watching the movie with my friend, and the next day they were like, name your publishing company. And so I just named whatever, the first thing that came to my head, and that's what it was. When we started, it was, there were 5 people at the beginning. It was Zach, Josh, me, Jeremy, and our other guitar player. And Jeremy left, and that was around the time we had our first photo shoot. So Jeremy was in it, and then we had this other guitar player. Jeremy came back after the promo shot was out and everywhere, and then the other guitar player left. Now we have Hunter.
Okay,
so this is it, and it will not change. I swear. They had her and I pose for the camera, and we just sort of tried to make it fun. It was like 9 in the morning, trying to make it cool. We did get to talk for like probably 5 minutes, and her and I think a guy that is singing backup for her every day, they were just, telling us that they've seen us and that they love what we're doing. And she was really encouraging. I couldn't believe, like, the support she was giving us. It was awesome. We had like 4 or 5 days to get ready for the tour, which wasn't exactly as long as we wanted, but I think we really come up with something special. We wanted the kids to have something special, because if they're gonna pay for it, they might as well see see something great. So we decided that we weren't gonna let, you know, the size of the venue change it. We've decided just to do it the same every night because there's kids that are coming to these venues that have never seen a big show. And we're trying to give them like the best show they've ever seen at that venue.
Yeah, we chose it. They just told us to find a song that had to do with like Superman or saving something, and we were like, my hero.
Yeah, and we actually were playing it during the set. We've never done acoustic stuff at our shows before, so we decided to throw that in there, and and we've got another song off the record. Madison Square Garden.
Oh yeah. We'll play there.
It's a big room.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Hopefully
One day
we'll be able to play it.
I forget where we are a lot of times, and like we'll be in Atlanta and I'll call them Alabama and I'll get booed, and I'm really dreading that. It's been around for a little while, and we sort of refused to put it on the first record. I don't really know why. We just decided, well, we'll save this one because I guess it was really special to us. And so now, and like our fans, they love it, and we thought we should play it for them.
It was sort of like the whole theme we were going with our emergency music video, and we decided to drag that onto Warped Tour. And then they asked for it, and we gave them that, like some drumsticks and Haley's awesome dress.
Yeah, the dress is out there where NSYNC used to be.
Right. Oh yes.
Pretty great.
And we're doing our new record with David Benda. He did Hawthorne Heights.
Okay.
Red Jumpsuit. Emery, he's going to do Chodos. No, he's going to do Emery.
Going to do Emery. Oh, great.
Did Breaking Benjamin, Course of Nature.
There you go.
Awesome bands we look up to. And dude, he's just great.
That's what's so great about him, is that he really wants us involved with every single part of the record. He wants to know what we like, what we don't like, what we hear, and he's been amazing. I'm so excited for this record because the last one was so rushed, and this one's gonna be everything that we want.
Yeah, you know, we're gonna mix our entire record. No, actually Haley is.
Oh!
Yeah, she knows how to work all that stuff.
I'm really good at mixing. Don't know, I mean, that's an unknown thing about me.
She knows about compressors.
You know how to engineer.
Yes. Yeah. Well, we started in this room right here, which, you know, we're starting out the show.
It looks more like a rec room.
It's really fun. We eat over there at that dining table, and we play some foosball there.
Right.
But we stayed in this room for like 3 weeks and just worked out all the songs and made sure all the parts that we wanted were there, and all the parts that didn't add to the song, kind of, you know, we whittled away at it.
Now, is that the process for Paramore? Is that you literally get in and you just start kind of playing as if you're playing live, and then you go off and record it separately, or just do it as if you're on stage?
We came in here, and at first what Bendith did was he made bass and drums get really tight together. He just made us all jam, you know, and he'd point for drums to come in, and then he'd add bass, then he'd point at me for guitar, and then just to get us tight as a band before we actually start working on the song. So whether it was blues or funk or jazz or whatever, that's just how we started out. Yeah, it's really strange. The first day we got here, it was definitely just jamming, and then we dove right into the songs the second day and just worked out every little detail of every song you can imagine. And it took a while, but it was a great experience because we learned a lot. It's a ton of fun, especially here at the House of Loud.
It is loud.
But no, the only part that sort of was a drag was pre-production, which was in here when we just came and worked out every little bit of every song, like I told you before, because it can get so old playing a song 15 times in a row.
Yeah, it got pretty frustrating a couple of times, you know, but that's okay, it's good.
People butt heads, but, you know.
Really?
Yeah. Me and Josh, we fought a lot.
A lot. It's fighting. It's tough.
I got him. We're getting ready to put all these songs, or we have put them all on a record that is going to be heard forever, and this is where we figure out, you know, what goes on it. And gosh, we've tried to, you know, make sure every little thing is just right, and it was a hard process, but it's definitely worth it. There's a lot of vocal performance for me. I know that everyone has their thing that they'd like to. I mean, we've just all grown so much as musicians over the past year and a half, but definitely vocal performance for me. Like, just wish I would have dug into it better in the first record. Lyrics are completely different this time around. I think that I've just learned how to be more honest with myself, not only the people that are going to be listening to the record, but everything that we've been through the past year and a half is on this record, and especially the last 6 months, I would say, of touring. We all went through personal crap that definitely shaped us and shaped our band too, you know. All that stuff's on the record, and I'm really proud of it. And some of it's a little shameful, and some of it, you know, people might, you know, be like, wow, that's a little much, but I'm glad that it's there. I've struggled with feeling like I have to have things all figured out and perfect, and present myself like there's nothing wrong ever, but there's you know, constantly there's things that I deal with that maybe I thought I would leave behind at home when we started touring, and you come back home after a year of touring and all those problems are still there and you can't escape them, and I've just said to myself, it's time to get these things out and let them go, and we were able to do that on the record, and I'm really proud of it. We had I think we had like 19.
Damn.
That we want. Well, but some of them weren't all the way finished.
Okay.
But so we kind of cheated, but we had about that many, and we came here and we actually worked on. How many did we work on?
14?
No, 13.
13 of them?
Yeah. So we sort of already knew which ones we wanted to use before we came up here.
So this is drums, right?
Yes.
And so whenever I'd finish a song, I'd check it off, right?
Okay.
After I did like 20 million takes. And then when it's edited, they put another check
The
there.
blue check.
Yeah. And so same with everything else.
Okay.
So everything that's not here is because we still have yet to do it.
So excited.
Yeah.
Co-headlining.
Co-headlining
It's
the Warped
ridiculous.
Tour.
2 years ago, we were on the small stage on the tour. Obviously, we didn't have any fans at that point. We weren't yet signed to FBR, and so the whole band, we tried to make it like a whole band thing, but the way it worked out with us about to go down to record and to actually meet Janik and everything, well, we didn't know we were going to record yet, but to meet Janik, it didn't work out. I was kind of really upset that it was just me playing acoustic, but once I got down there and I met everyone, I just felt like everything was going to work out. One of the last songs that we wrote for this record ended up sort of being about our fans, or to it. I know it sounds a little bit cheesy, but it's not. And we really wanted to do something great for them and make them feel like they were a part of the record, so we thought, well, then let's just make them a part of the record. And we put out like a couple live journal things saying, you know, we really want you guys to sing on the record. We're going to try to do everything we can to work it out. And the label said that we could run a contest, a national contest, and we did. And we picked one winner and like 4 runners up from the area that could just drive. And we ended up picking a girl that was afraid of flying. Her name's Mary, and so she took a train actually. So she took her just as long as the rest of the fans to get here, but she was our grand prize winner. And then they all came, and we put them in the big room we were just in, and did a playback. Actually, did like a vocal warm up with them, and we cooked hamburgers and like had dinner, and then we recorded, and they did amazing. We didn't really have a fan base to please, you know.
Sure.
The first time around, we were just hoping that anyone would enjoy us. I remember looking on Absolute Punk and being like, oh my gosh, what are they gonna say? But this
They love
time
you.
around, they do.
That's a good thing.
It's great, and this time we're just excited to show them, you know, this is our second record. Like, we hope you love it, you know, just as you love the first one, and we'll see what happens.
They're doing great. I mean, what they'll do is they'll videotape it on their cameras and post it on YouTube. And then the next show, he'll have like 4 or 5 people in the front singing all the words already. So it's pretty crazy.
That's crazy.
We're not really sure what songs they'll be, but as of right now, the 3 we're playing are perfect for the live show. We're playing Misery Business and Born for This. Obviously, they're already on the internet, but we'll see what happens and what suits Warped Tour, especially because that's really going to be the tour that introduces the album. We like it. I mean, it's nice. Live, we have a friend helping us out right now. His name's Taylor, and we've been friends with him since we were like, oh my gosh, forever ago. Yeah. He actually wrote some of the songs on the new record, and actually one that was on the old record. And we love him. He adds a lot to the live show, and the fans seem to love him, so it's great. It's pretty hard to be a girl on Warped, but
yeah, what's that like?
You can't be high maintenance, you know. You just gotta roll.
Because sometimes you're
it.
not showering. It's just kind of like
Never showering.
yeah.
You gotta let like the armpit hair kind of happen.
Yeah.
And
sometimes that happens.
you gotta show it off. You
Yeah.
know. I mean, right now I don't have it.
But
Thank
give
God.
you a few months.
It's going good. Just give us a couple weeks on Warped, and maybe I can show it to you. It's a great opportunity to reach out to more people that maybe don't even know you're playing the festival. You know, that's what's great, because so many people come just to enjoy a day of music, and you get a lot of real music fans at festivals. It's awesome.
It's more of like a turning head sort of thing. You know, people are sort of like, "Who's that?" You know, it's cool. It's a little different, but they're both great. I love both.
You always seem to miss one when you're doing the other one,
Yeah.
and vice versa.
Yeah. I would say definitely where we live and where we come from has just sort of made us who we are. So I'm sure it does influence us more than we know. But I mean, we enjoy the occasional country song, but you know.
It's not one of your big influences.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's very evident in our music. It was amazing.
Yeah, there are like no words to describe that.
Overwhelming.
Yeah, it's just,
I mean, just to play there was like, what are we doing here? We've barely been a band for 2.5 to 3 years, and our clothes are hanging, like, his shirt was hanging next to the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones, which, you know, was one of the...
That's
probably one
surreal.
of the, yeah, like one of the first bands that he got into, and then I'm hanging out, my mannequin with the dress is like where NSYNC used to stand. You know, of course, when I was like a little girl. I was
Big crush.
Such a fangirl of NSYNC.
Okay. Who was your favorite?
Well, at first, of course, I had a little crush on Justin, but then I started just loving listening to their harmonies and dancing, so I got really into like a completely different side of it, but I was still super obsessed. I was crazy.
Dream.
perfect.
We don't love them, we worship them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But don't tell them that, it'll freak them out. Oh wait, we already told them
Yeah,
that.
we already did them.
Lots of Halo going on.
Halo, ping pong.
All right.
Always, they're just good dudes to hang with. They're
Yeah,
awesome.
they're great.
Do you ever like gonna sneak in like a Jimmy Eat World cover when you play? Because I know you guys do that. You throw in some at the drive-in and stuff and sunny day.
Actually,
Yeah, let's tell them.
alright. It's a
They won't see
secret.
it.
It's a secret. We're gonna tomorrow's the last show of the tour with them, so we're actually gonna play a cover of one of their songs that they're playing during their set. It might piss them off, but I think it's sweet.
And then we're going to rent peacocks and put them in their dressing room.
Yeah.
You're gonna rent peacocks?
We're gonna
That's
try.
what the cover of the record is. I haven't
Yeah.
heard that yet.
Basically, I bought a crossbow like a week and a half ago, and we just been shooting it every like show we've been. But the
Yeah.
problem is that all those shows have been like at universities, so we keep getting in trouble. Like, the cops come over, I'm like, "Oh, we're not supposed to have a crossbow here next to the cafeteria? I didn't know. Sorry, Mr. Police Officer."
Yeah, we definitely have a ton of new music. It's like, yeah, and it's sounding great. We're really, really excited. But it's still pretty early, so.
All
Yeah,
right.
I'm kind of
Just
behind, but the music's amazing.